Hey everyone, this is Faiz and welcome to my channel where I go over all things tech and EVs. Recently, I reviewed the Hyundai Ioniq 5, which you can click the link above or in the description below to check that review out. Today, I'm reviewing its sibling, the all-new Ioniq 6, which is here to compete with the Tesla Model 3. This four-door fits into the company's Ioniq sub-brand made up of electric vehicles and shares components with the taller and boxier Ioniq 5. Now, before I get into the specifics, let me go over the model that I'll be reviewing. It's the SEL long-range rear-wheel drive with 20-inch wheels and this sterling Serenity white color and a gray interior. Alright, so let's start off by talking about the design. The clean rounded lines and streamlined design of Ioniq 6 screams elegant simplicity. The sweeping curves and smooth lines pay homage to the retro vehicles of the 1920s and 30s, but now reimagined for today's sustainable mobility. In fact, the Ioniq 6's ducktail spoiler and rear light bar looks strikingly similar to the Porsche 911. The design is a continuation of the idealized retro-futuristic design that Hyundai is going for. The execution of every shape, detail, and line is top-notch. The 116.1-inch wheelbase is 4.3 inches longer than the mid-size Hyundai Sonata. The result is an impressively roomy cabin in a relatively compact form. The rear is designed for aerodynamic efficiency to maximize the electric driving range. The ducktail shape reinforces the downforce, and the slight boat-tail structure reduces drag. Now, what I really love about the Ioniq 6 are the 700 parametric pixels, which is a signature design element that all Ioniq vehicles share. On the front, these parametric pixel LED headlamps automatically adapt to road situations, maximizing high beam usage without the risk of dazzling oncoming drivers. On the rear, these signature Ioniq parametric pixels can be found on the wraparound rear combination lights and on the rear wing's high-mounted stop lamp for eye-catching light execution in every situation. Overall, I love the look of the Ioniq 6, and I definitely think it's very eye-catchy when you see it driving on the road. Alright, so now that we've discussed the exterior, let's go over the interior. The interior of the Ioniq 6 feels basically the same as the Ioniq 5, which is a good thing. Hyundai emphasizes the use of sustainable materials, so there's a lot of plastic, but it suits the eco-friendly vibe of the car. The steering wheel is really sleek with the pixels that change colors as you change driving modes, and the dual 12-inch digital instrument panel and central touchscreen share a single housing. Underneath the center screen, you'll find a wireless charging pad to charge your phone as well. The Ioniq 6 features a fixed center console with a flat surface that is perfect for setting up a laptop or taking notes in a notepad. Now, just like with the Ioniq 5, underneath the console is great empty space for additional storage. To enhance the overall feeling of spaciousness, Hyundai moved the buttons from the front doors to the center console, creating a slimmer door. This not only looks fantastic, but it also gives you more space for your knees, increasing your comfort while driving. Legroom is fantastic. The Ioniq 6's new ambient lighting strips give the interior an elegant look. You can choose between 64 colors, and the system offers a dual color split so you can tailor the cabin environment to your liking. There's even a speed sync lighting mode that increases the brightness of the ambient lighting as you dig into the accelerator. It's definitely not traditional luxury, but it is cool. You sit surprisingly close to the steeply raked windshield, and the short low hood disappears from the view almost completely. It's not dissimilar to the Tesla Model 3 in this regard, and it serves as a good reminder that you're not driving an internal combustion car or an internal combustion car that just turned into an EV. Now, one thing I didn't like about the Ioniq 5 was that there was no wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, and that's unfortunately the case here as well, but once again, that is no deal breaker. Now, let's go over infotainment and connectivity. Hyundai says the Ioniq sub-brand emphasizes connected living, and the Ioniq 6 has a ton of great innovative infotainment and connectivity features that's also shared with the Ioniq 5. Here you're getting a 12.3-inch touchscreen that shares a panel on the dash with a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. You get advanced voice recognition software as well as Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But what I get really excited about is the technology and safety features inside the Ioniq 6. This SEL model comes standard with Highway Driving Assist 2, which when actively engaged with Smart Cruise Control or Lane Following Assist, automatically helps you keep centered in your lane. And travel at a safe distance behind the car ahead. It can also keep you driving at right speeds automatically, setting your pace based on GPS and highway data. You also get great safety features like lane keeping assist, blind spot collision avoidance assist, and drive attention warnings. These are all great safety features that definitely enhance the overall driving experience. Now, before we go over things like range and cargo space, let's go over perhaps the most important thing: the driving experience. The Ioniq 6 that I tested was the SEL with a single rear-mounted electric motor that generates 225 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. So far, I've found that this car is quick, quiet, mostly comfortable, and quite fun to drive. It's pretty easy to live with beyond a few quirky controls, and the curvy styling is certainly unique. While the Ioniq 6's ride is smooth and its cabin is well isolated and quiet, its handling is still pretty engaging. Its low center of gravity gives it a planted feel in corners, and the steering wheel paddles allow the driver to select different modes of regenerative braking on the fly. Now, just like with the Ioniq 5, my only wish is that its steering provided more feedback and the suspension was a smidge firmer. But other than that, I absolutely loved driving the Ioniq 6, even more so than the Ioniq 5. So the driving experience is wonderful, but what about range? I am super excited to say that this SEL rear-wheel drive Ioniq 6 gives 305 miles of range. That is more than the Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive, which gives 272 miles of range. So the range on the Ioniq 6 is absolutely fantastic, and that's mostly due to its wonderful aerodynamic design. Now, when it comes to charging, Hyundai says that the larger battery can be replenished from 10 to 80% in just 18 minutes when it's plugged into a DC fast charger. Also, for those who want even more range, there's an Ioniq 6 variant that can give up to a whopping 361 miles of range. All right, now lastly, we're going to talk about the cargo capacity. Behind the rear seats of the Ioniq 6, you get a decent 11.2 cubic feet of cargo space. Also, there's a tiny trunk which I find absolutely useless as it offers only half a cubic feet of space. All right, guys, in conclusion, the Hyundai Ioniq 6 is a stunning sedan and definitely one that looks stylish, sporty, and futuristic. In my opinion, this sedan is just like the Ioniq 5. It offers the same living room comfort, loads of great technology, and experimental features that you won't find anywhere else. But the best part of the sedan is the range that it offers. So this basically sums up my review. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you have any questions or thoughts about the Ioniq 6, comment below and let me know. Stay tuned for more car reviews and be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.